17-year-old Carson Smith was born and raised in Thunder Bay. Growing up in northwestern Ontario, he came to love the winter season, learning to master the slopes at a young age. With the support of his parents, Sharon and Bob, Carson has won 3 medals in the Special Olympics. They are very enthusiastic about the Winter Games.
My name is Carson Smith. I am from Thunder Bay, Ontario. I am currently competing in Alpine skiing for Special Olympics.
Carson is a fabulous, healthy 17-year-old boy who is on the autism spectrum, high functioning, which has given us an opportunity to become involved in Special Olympics.
Hi, I'm Bob Smith. I'm Carson's father. I guess I'm the fellow that got him skiing, so got him started on his journey to the Special Olympics.
We always loved skiing, and Carson was 3 years old, and my husband Bob would put him between his legs and ski down the hill, and it just carried on, and he loved the thrill of going downhill. That was very clear at a very young age, and we just kept going to Lutsen, Baldy, and Loch, and just kept having fun as a family, and it just started to progress.
When I started skiing, my mom and my dad, we skied as a family, and I had a really great time when I was a kid doing it.
It has allowed us as a family to play together and have a lot of fun, meet a lot of kids, and he's gotten a lot of encouragement from everyone around him, and he just has a really good time. He loves to be outdoors.
While you're outside, because in the winter around here, there's not many opportunities to get outside. Skiing is basically what we do, because we don't play hockey. Most people play hockey in Thunder Bay, but we ski. And just chairlift rides are good. You get to talk. Unless he's listening to music, then it's kind of quiet on the chair. And yeah, it's good. We go on trips, and he enjoys hotels, so trips are always good.
I like the rush that it gives me when I'm going down the hill really fast. It's a real thriller to me, and also the trees and the snow make a really beautiful scenery, so I get to experience a lot of that in winter.
I have to say it was pretty natural. My husband Bob is an excellent skier, and Carson took after him.
I started skiing at an early age, so then when we had Carson, I think he was about 3, maybe closer to 4, 3 or 4. I love skiing, so it was just a natural that he would come skiing with me. So we started early, and he picked it up pretty quick. At first, it was just between my legs, holding him and going down the hill. And once he got tired, I'd have to carry him down the hill. And it got to a point where he would get tired faster and faster because he liked just, because I could ski faster down the hill with him in my arms just to finish the day. But after a few years, he was just skiing by himself.
It was very fun. I learned a lot. It took me a couple of years to get out of his legs, though. Yeah, skiing, being taught by Dad, it was very fun and very memorable for me as a child.
He was pretty quick for his balance. It was fast, so it wasn't a big challenge. Letting him go and not really knowing if he would stop, so I'd always be able to catch up to him. So, but then it would be, we'd have, if I said just fall down to stop, that's how he would stop until he got the hang of it, and then quickly he was stopping and everything was good. That was my major concern, him not stopping.
Well, I'm very grateful to my dad for teaching all there is to know. He knows about skiing, and that's really, yeah, that little step. That's what set this whole thing off, really.
Well, thank you.
There was one athlete by the name of Joey Morostica that I absolutely look up to. In fact, he's the one who actually introduced me to Special Olympics.
Carson met Joey Morostica when he was around 14, and Joey was involved with Special Olympics. And Carson, up until that time, did not know anything about Special Olympics. And Joey asked him to start going to floor hockey, basketball, and he had a great time. And then the skiing came up, and we weren't even aware that this was an option for him. And he started to go, and he hasn't looked back. It's been a great 3 years.
He's just an all-around guy. Like, he finds every funny moment in a situation, like, always brings joy to people. Like, he's that one guy who tries to cheer you up when you're having a bad day, and he's and he's my best friend too, so he's an awesome guy to be around. And personally, I can relate to him too, and I think that's one of the main factors about our friendship, really. And I can really connect with him, and I can share my troubles with him, and he's a very good listener. And having him as a friend, I'm honored.
We're thankful for the Special Olympics because it's really helped him with his confidence. He played a lot of sports, I guess I can call it mainstream sports, with non-disabled kids, and he kept up well. But Special Olympics, he's just brought him to a different level, and his confidence is way up, and it's been fantastic.
I actually feel very confident about my abilities. It's thanks to my coaches and how they trained me in order for this event.
When he came upon his coaches, I was never a ski racer, so I could teach him what I knew about skiing, but I wasn't ever really running gates. So that was the big benefit of him meeting his coaches. And like most sons and fathers, they don't listen to everything you say. I tried to get him on his edges a little earlier, but he wasn't listening to me. But as soon as a coach says something, oh, well, that's what you're supposed to do, then it took off pretty good, so he's well on his way.
I haven't completely mastered it yet, but I will soon. But as I've been told, when you go on your curves, you get an extra boost of speed down the hill, and it allows you to move really quickly around the gates.
His confidence in his skiing is right up there. He, wherever we go, he's not afraid about the terrain. If I say you can do this, he trusts me, and he does well. He makes his turns, and he's under control, and he can ski just about anything. So that's pretty impressive. I didn't think he'd get to that point so soon, but he's doing great.
A few years ago, Carson was working out dryland training, and then when he got into the competition last year in Sudbury, we realized that he had to step his training up if he wanted to continue on. And this year, he has introduced a full body dryland, and he's also had weight training and a lot of exposure to different martial arts as well.
There are some workouts that give me really flabbergasted, but I'm actually pretty grateful for that because it prepared me for my physical challenges for this competition and for life too, you know. They mostly trained my legs and core so I could be able to perform, go on my edges easier down the hill. Not to brag, but the medals that I've received were for the Special Olympics provincial skiing competition that I was in Sault Ste. Marie. I got first place in both slalom, giant slalom, and Super G. It was really fun. The gates were pretty challenging too. This is the first time for me personally that I'm gonna compete at a national level for skiing. My friends and family really encouraged me about this. They were very supportive and helped me along my journey.
He's gonna come across a lot of competition, I think, especially from the skiers out west.
I would say that I'm equal to the other competitors in the competition. I personally don't think I'm better. There could be some people better than me, and I would really love the challenge.
He did well in the provincial games, and if he can do the same, then he'll go on to the Canadian game or the World Games, which will be pretty impressive because where are they this year? Sweden. So that'll be a nice family trip if that happens. But if it doesn't, it's all good.
I would say just have fun, you know? Like, competition isn't just about beating your opponent. It's about gaining experience and using that experience next time to improve on what you've gained and meeting new friends. Just have fun. Don't really think about the competition all that much. And if you do that, then you're all winners, really. I'm actually going to be graduating from St. Ignatius to become a nurse. So I'm taking like a biology and chemistry classes. I'm in biology right now. I'm doing very good in that. And I'm very excited for chemistry. And I'm hoping that I could get into the Confederation College here in Thunder Bay and learn everything there is to know about nursing.
Where he's going, hopefully to become a nurse. Then he can take care of us.
Yeah, it's one of the many paths.
Our biggest hopes is just to give confidence, and that it allows that confidence can go through his professional career.
Also, a shout out to my other friends in Special Olympics. And honestly, without them, I wouldn't, they made me the person I am today. And if I wasn't introduced to Special Olympics, then I wouldn't even be here. So shout out to them.
Special Olympics is fantastic. All the coaches that give all their free time, that's amazing. To me, it's amazing because a lot of the coaches don't have anybody in their life that's on the spectrum, and they're pretty free with their time. So that's
Very flexible.
thank you. Big thank you to them.
I'd like to add about the Special Olympics that parents may not know this is available to their children. Being on with a child with intellectual disability, we were unaware this opportunity existed. It has catapulted his social life, his encouragement to attend a lot of other events that he probably wouldn't have had the opportunity. This has given him encouragement to keep going even when things get to him. Kids, not only on the spectrum, but all of disabilities, they have challenges they face. And especially in a social setting where this has taken all of the negatives away and only positives came out of it.
Special Olympics really just opens up to a lot of people, whether people have disabilities or not. They're a very welcoming group, and I think that's one of their best qualities of welcoming any type of people and just giving them a place to belong, you know, and having friends that they can relate to and also like share their struggles with, their problems. And I think that's very important for other people in life too, you know, finding friends that they can communicate with and that can help them through challenges that they face in their everyday lives. And I feel like Special Olympics brings a lot of that to the table.